Good morning students, this is class 11th maths lecture 4th of chapter 5th complex numbers. So question number 15th is if z minus 1 upon z plus 1 is a purely imaginary number, then find the value of modulus of z. Now see, if this complete is purely imaginary number, then real part of this will be 0, right? So we will use this information only, that real part of this is 0, to calculate the value of modulus of z. Now z minus 1 upon z plus 1 will be, if I let z as x plus iota y. So this will become x minus 1 plus iota y, and this will become x plus 1 plus iota y, right? Also we want to find the real part of this, therefore rationalizing it, x plus 1 minus iota y upon x plus 1 minus iota y. Now multiply this, you will get x square minus 1 minus iota y into x minus 1 plus iota y into x plus 1 plus y square, and in the denominator you will get, this is a plus b into a minus b, so a square minus b square, so minus iota square y square will be plus y square. Now take the real part together and imaginary together, so real will be x square minus 1 plus y square upon denominator, plus imaginary will be iota, take iota y common, plus iota y, then you will get x plus 1 minus x plus 1, so it will be 2 divided by the denominator. Because it is a purely imaginary number, it is given, therefore real part will be 0, so you will get x square plus y square equal to 1. Now see, this is nothing but modulus of z whole square, which is equal to 1, so modulus of z will be 1, right? We will not consider minus 1 because modulus of z is always a positive value. Now question number 17th is, if modulus of z1 is equal to 1 and z2 is equal to z1 minus 1 upon z1 plus 1, then show that real part of z2 is 0. Modulus of z1 is 1, z2 is given as this, we have to show real part of z2 is equal to 0. So first of all, let z1 be as x plus iota y. Now modulus of z1 will be root real part square plus imaginary part square, which is equal to 1 given in the question. Square both the sides, so you will get x square plus y square equal to 1, right? Let this be as 1. Now see, we have to show real part of z2 as equal to 0. For this, first of all, calculate the real part of z2. So z2 is z1 minus 1 upon z1 plus 1. In place of z1, I have just written this. Now take the real part and imaginary part separately, right? And rationalize it with x plus 1 minus iota y. So you will get, after rationalizing, this will be x square minus 1. From these two, you will get y square, right? And iota y into x plus 1 and iota y into minus of x plus 1. So you will get, after separating real and imaginary part, x square minus 1 plus y square upon denominator plus 2 iota y upon denominator. Now real part of z2 will be x square plus y square minus 1 upon this, right? And from 1 we can see x square plus y square is equal to 1. So in place of this, when you will put 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is what we wanted to prove, that real part of z2 is 0. Now question number 21st is, solve the system of equations real part of z square is equal to 0 and modulus of z is equal to 2. First of all, let z be as x plus iota y. Now z square will be square of this, which is x square minus y square plus 2 iota xy. From here you can see real part of z square is this, which is given us as equal to 0. So let this be as 2, and now see, this modulus of z is 2. So modulus of z square will be 4 and modulus of z square will be x square plus y square, because modulus of z is root x square plus y square. So modulus of z square will be x square plus y square, which is equal to 4. Now these are two equations Solve these to get the values of x and y. Now add 1 and 2, then you will get 2x square is equal to 4 and x will be then plus minus root 2, right? Now using this equation, x square is equal to y square. When x is equal to root 2, y square will be 2 and y will be plus minus root 2, right? And when x is minus root 2, then also y square will be equal to 2. When you will place in place of x minus root 2, so minus root 2 square will also be 2. Again you will get y as plus minus root 2, right? So z will be, when x is root 2, then y is plus minus root 2 iota, and when x is minus root 2, then also y is plus minus root 2 into iota, right? Now question number 22nd is, find the complex number satisfying the equation z plus root 2 modulus of z plus 1 plus iota equal to 0. Now we have to solve it for z. So first of all, let z be as equal to x plus iota y. Put it in this equation. So you will get x plus iota y plus root 2 modulus of, in place of z, x plus iota y, which can be written as x plus 1 plus iota y plus iota. Now x plus iota y plus root 2, modulus of this will be root x plus 1 whole square plus y square plus iota equal to 0. Take real part together plus iota imaginary part together, which is y plus 1 equal to 0. Now compare real and imaginary part. So from here real part is this, and from here real part is 0. From here imaginary part is y plus 1, and from here imaginary part is also 0. So you will get the value of y as minus 1. From here take this term on the right side and then square both the sides. So after solving this completely, you will get the value of x as minus 2. So z will be x plus iota y. X is minus 2 and y is minus 1. So you will get z as minus 2 minus iota. Number 19th is, modulus of z1 equal to modulus of z2 equal to modulus of zn is equal to 1. We have to show this. Now see, z1 into z1 conjugate is equal to z1 modulus whole square, and z1 modulus is 1. So z1 modulus whole square will also be 1. From here we will get z1 is equal to 1 upon z1 conjugate, right? Take this on this side. Similarly, you will get z2 as equal to this, z3 as equal to this, and so on. Zn is equal to 1 upon zn conjugate, right? Now here in the left hand side, in place of the z1, z2 up to zn, I will write this and so on, right? So left hand side will now become modulus of 1 upon z1 conjugate plus 1 upon z2 conjugate and so on 1 upon zn conjugate, right? Now see, if this I goes from 1 to n, that is if this zi is any of this z1, z2 or zn, 1 upon zi whole conjugate will be 1 conjugate upon zi conjugate. Now 1 conjugate you know is 1 upon zi conjugate. That is, we can write this as 1 upon zi whole conjugate, right? So in place of now this, I am writing 1 upon z1 whole conjugate plus in place of this 1 upon z2 whole conjugate. Similarly for this, right? Now also a plus b whole conjugate can be written as a conjugate plus b conjugate. So see, this is of the form this. So I am writing this as 1 upon z1 plus 1 upon z2 and so on plus 1 upon zn whole conjugate, because this can be written as 1 upon z1 conjugate plus 1 upon z2 conjugate, right? Now because modulus of z is equal to modulus of z conjugate, therefore modulus of this complete conjugate will be equal to modulus of this, which is nothing but the right hand side. You can check it by taking any example z as equal to a plus iota b that modulus of z will be root a square plus b square, and z conjugate will be a minus iota b, and the modulus of that root a minus iota b will also be root a square plus b square only. So we can write this as just equal to modulus of this, right? And this is nothing but the right hand side. This is what we wanted to prove. Your today's homework is that read examples of chapter 5th. We will discuss the doubts in the live session.